Hey everybody, David Pease here, broadcasting from Studio Squim or the Bridge of the Enterprise, depending on your suspension of disbelief. But here we are. I'm with Nathan. We're going to play a game of Star Trek: The Card Game, not the Decipher, the cool one, the
The
one
cool
from
one.
Fleer Skybox from 1996. The more I don't know, Nathan, what responses you've gotten, but as soon as I started putting the word out on this game that we were going to be playing, not necessarily this game specifically, but that it was kind of coming back and we were going to start playing live, I got a lot of good response from people in the different CCG communities on Facebook. So I think the more we play and get out there, the the more we're going to see people kind of flock back to this game. A lot of people said, "Oh, I've got that somewhere in a binder in my attic," or something like that.
Yeah, and what's great
Uh,
about it is we're just playing with starters today. So starter decks are very, very inexpensive. Really, all the cards for this game are inexpensive because, as you as you alluded to, it's nobody plays it anymore. So nobody played it in
well,
the first place, really.
yeah, we're gonna change that. We're gonna
Yeah,
change that. We're gonna bring it back. And yeah, as of this recording, anyway, um, the cards are uh, inexpensive and I would say readily available. There weren't a whole lot to begin with, so they're not too hard to find. Uh, so yeah, I encourage you to go check it out, eBay or your favorite retailer, and see what they can do to help you out. But yeah, I was bragging.
they won't be at Walmart, so please
They
don't
won't.
go
They
there.
won't be at Walmart. No, your favorite CCG or your favorite game friendly local gaming store uh, might be able to help you out. But yeah, when you first brought this to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to check that out. I went on eBay and I was able to get a starter deck for what was it, like $4 and $2 shipping. So how can you
Yeah,
go wrong?
right.
And so far, I'm loving the game.
And I
So
mean, since then, I know
yeah.
you've bought some packs. I think I bought a lot of like 40 packs, which is more than came in a box, really, but it was
Hmm.
it's something like 20 or $25. I mean, you do not have to break the bank for this game to get
Yeah.
enough to get going. So I do like that. And of course, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. So um, it's an easy sell for me, right?
Oh yeah, me too. I was a trekker a long time ago. Still am, uh, but kind of let it go to the wayside in some of the recent TV shows. I'm just going to say it. It ended with Voyager. That was it.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Picard, but it's different, right? We're 20 years away from where we were, and television tastes have changed, writing has changed. It's just a I did like the sort of 1 hour self-contained episodes that begin and end. And you've got a resolution, and they carry on in their mission, and there are like we're way off on a tangent here, but I'm going to finish the thought. Uh, there are threads of continuity, character development that
Sure.
subtly weave their way through a season. But the latest Discovery and Picard, it's all very epic, right? And it's all how we digest television and consume television has changed. So it's much more focused on the like binge it
Mm,
all in one sitting, or over the course of 2 weeks or something, and it's very like almost theatrical in how it's presented to you now, which I think it takes away something. I like having a week between episodes or whatever that you can just kind of ponder and and think about it, and sometimes
right.
not. If it's a really bad episode, you can just say, okay, I will move on to the next one. I don't need to
Yeah,
think
just
about
let it
that
go.
anymore. Right. Right. So, anyway, I digress. We are here to make our own episodes of Star Trek.
That's right. That's absolutely right. We're going to write our own story with these fine cards. I'm going to draw my seven. I see you're
Yeah.
You've got yours. I'm up to 7, and you know how it goes on Studio Squim. I'm reusing my X-Files tokens here, but X will be heads, and the dime, the exposed US dime there will be tails, and I'll let you call it in the air. And if you get it right, you get to decide if you're going to be the
We are the challenging player and the what I'm trying to get the lingo right here.
yeah, is it it's challenging player? It's not active player. I keep wanting to say active, but
No, it's
current player or challenging
yes.
player.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. So you'll get to choose if you're the current player or the challenging player. Are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It's in the air.
Heads.
Oh, it is tails.
Oh.
Yeah. And I actually am going to elect to be the challenging player.
Okay.
So I'll let you start with your discard phase.
Let's see. I'm going to discard. So, unlike many games, the discard phase actually comes first in this one. I think, I hope. Let's see here. Yep, discard phase. So, I'm going to discard. Oh boy. You have me at a disadvantage, sir. I'm going to discard 1, 2, 3. Um, 4. And I'm going to draw 4 then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I did get some crew there, which is good because as I learned with Alistair, if you miss your crew phase in a few turns, you're in trouble. So I'm going to play a crew. Let's see.
Do I still hear Star Trek in the background over
You
there?
do. You absolutely do. Yes.
Excellent.
I want to say that it sounds like it might be from either The Cage or Arena. They reused a lot of the music in various episodes, so it's
They
hard to
did.
tell sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to, during my crew phase, play Lieutenant Marla McGivers.
Hmm.
Hopefully you can see that. It's a little fuzzy. She's a Combat 3, Humanity, is that what it is? Humanity 2, and Logic 3. Historian, and she also has an ability, Lessons of History. You can pay 1 XC to reshuffle your discard pile into your draw pile. Anything I need to do during my... Oh, we have a power base that starts at 3, correct?
Yes.
That's what we forgot during setup. So crew phase. I think that's all it is. Just play the crew and then we'll go to the episode phase. And I do have a mission I'm going to play instead of the default. The mission is going to be Dagger of the Mind. So that is the USS Enterprise delivers supplies to the penal colony Tantalus 5. It's going to give me plus 4 XC, and a maximum of 3 crew can be assigned to the landing party for this episode.
Oof, that's kind of a tight crew.
But we've got only a few crew to worry about right now. So I think it's going to be Marla McGivers. It's going to be Kirk, and I think Spock is probably logical choice here. Oh, well, Oh, man, McCoy is just so weak, though, in everything but humanity.
Yeah, he's strong in the humanity, but tough the rest of the way. Although the medical keyword can sometimes come in handy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to send these 3. So that'll be my landing party. Now I can assign XC, and I think I can only assign. Can I assign to the bridge crew?
Yeah, because they're in your landing party, so now they're all part of the deal. You just got to be careful not to give me too much
Yeah.
leeway there. I could take advantage of it.
So I'm gonna cash out my power base, and I'm gonna assign 1 to each of them. The little skull icon on the dice is the 1.
Okay.
They're not dead yet. Um, okay, and I think after we've done the initial XC, we do the challenge segment.
Well, I get a chance to play a mission card on top of yours and kind of override your mission, but
Do you?
yeah. But I am
I
going
think
to.
that's only if I use the default mission.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So we're launching right into, and that's the same on the plot phase 2
Yes.
and discovery for that matter. So the way this is going to go is there's the mission phase. David gets the opportunity to play a challenge.
Challenge.
Then there's the plot phase. You can play a plot if I use the default, or you can do a challenge. And then there's the discovery phase. You do not get a challenge opportunity there, but if I use the default discovery, you can play a discovery on me. So that's how we'll stack up here.
There it is. Now, unfortunately,
It's kind of up here and off to the side. And we'll do our mission up here.
yeah, no challenge.
Okay.
So we can just move on to plot if you want.
Um, hmm. This did not work for me last time, but I'm gonna try it again. Oh boy, I'm gonna do the plot. Shore leave. The crew is beset by beings from their own fantasies, ranging from charming to deadly. It is +2 XC and an icon flip. So, David, I believe I do that icon flip now, right?
I believe that's like the cost of playing the card. Yeah.
Yeah.
But who do you get to choose the target?
I think I do.
I think you do.
Sorry, my apologies to the viewers as we work our way through these difficult questions.
Well, that's the beauty of recording rather than broadcasting live is we could read the whole thing on air if we wanted to.
We could, um, subject to your editing prowess. All right, so I'll choose. I'll actually choose McGivers for this. And this is just going to be icon flip as you flip the top card. If it is a phaser, a combat, she's dead and removed from the
Correct.
game. If it is a humanity, I believe she's she's neutralized, right?
Yes, neutralized, and then a logic is no effect.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 out of 3 are bad, but whatever. We're gonna go for it anyway. Okay, it is a logic. We passed the
You got
test.
away with it.
Got away with it. I did not get away with it last time against Alistair. Bones died immediately. So that's not great. But yeah, so now you have the opportunity for a challenge, David.
uh, Not the best hand, and no challenge. We can move on to discovery.
Not the best hand. You chose to be the challenging player. Um, okay.
Well, I saw all of these episodes. Not to give anything away, but I have a ton of episode cards, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play all these cards on his episode.
Well, unfortunately for you, I also wound up with a discovery.
Oh, yeah.
So this is from the episode Arena. The commanding officer proves his mettle by defeating, then sparing his enemy. So that is +2 XC. All combat actions are now resolved using humanity ratings and icons. I don't think that is relevant to us, given that there are no challenges left. So I think we're going to go into the final XC phase here and add these all up, and it's going to be a total of 8. 8
Wow, that's a
XC
strong start.
that I'm adding to my pool. And I get to divvy these up now. So I do not get an episode bonus. All
What?
different episodes. So let's see. During the final, current player may award any amount of XC from the power base to the surviving members up to the max, which is 5 for these cards. Yeah. And I don't have any permanent wild. So it's just characters. And I think we'll give Marla we'll give Marla 4, leaving me with 4 left, and we'll bump her up to her maximum of 5.
Hmm.
Let's check out my hand here. And I think we'll give 1 to Kirk, 1 to Spock, and leave 2 in my pool. That's how we'll do that.
All right.
All right, so the episodes go bye-bye. And Kirk and Spock are going to return to the bridge.
Oh, and they have 2 apiece. Is that correct?
Correct. And for those of you who are new to this game, we should probably say the objective of the game is to get to 25 experience counters. And the experience counters on the bridge crew, which are these red cards, are going to be shared. So we each have 6 coming from the bridge crew right now. I have an additional 5 coming from Marla McGivers. And my turn is over. So, David, on to you.
On to me, and we'll start with discard phase. I'm going to discard. Let's see here. Going to discard. Discard 4 and draw 4. Very interesting. I was hoping you can't see my cards. I'm trying to get them in the light here.
I cannot see them.
All right.
It's a pretty light day down here in engineering, David.
I'm on the bridge, but it's more like the movie set, like a submarine or something. Feels pretty dark on my end. Crew
It's
phase,
very
right?
cavernous in here.
We should put an echo effect on there when I do the editing. Discard, draw, crew phase. I'm going to add Lieutenant Lee Kelso. He is 2 combat, 3 humanity, and 4 logic. He is the helmsman and brings with him the helm ability. And I'm going to quickly refresh my memory here on what that does. Pay 1 XC to draw 2 cards up to your hand limit. That could come in handy later.
I forgot about those crew abilities. Yeah.
All right. And now I play my plot, or no, I'm sorry, I play my mission and then I choose my landing crew. Is that how that plays out? Yeah, mission and then landing.
Mission landing.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play. My mission card is, let me get it here, see if I can get it on camera. I think my phone camera just pooped. Yeah, there it goes. This is The Devil in the Dark. The USS Enterprise answers a summons to Janus 6, where something is killing colony miners. Ooh. The effect is +2 XC, and all crew are at +1 to combat rating. Not bad at all.
No, that's pretty solid. Okay, and we'll do challenge now.
Well, let me choose my landing party real quick here.
Oh, sure.
And I am going to take advantage of the tokens that you so generously placed on the crew there. I'm going to bring all of them in and then assign XC. Yeah, I'll put one on McCoy also. Okay, that having been said, your opponent plays a challenge card. Do you have a challenge, sir?
I do.
Damn it.
I have to pay 1, so I have 1 left in my power base. This challenge is Bele.
Mm.
It is a capture or argue challenge, and I'm going to, given that all of your guys are +1 combat, I'm going to make this an argue challenge. So that's going to use your logic rating and target the lowest logic score, which I believe is going to be Dr. McCoy.
Yeah, I should have left that clown at home. He's at 2. All right. Well, we just go right to it, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't have
gonna,
any wild cards or anything to change my skill rating or anything. So I just
Okay.
draw 2, and I'm sorry, how many are you drawing?
I am drawing 3 for him on his logic.
Okay, I'm not at too much of a disadvantage. Let's see what happens.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, I got 2 logic. Oh, David, I think your mic cut out. Thank goodness we're recording. Oops. I still have no audio from you. That's very strange. No audio. Unless it's me, let me unplug my. Sure. Oh, you came back for just a second.
There.
There we go.
Okay. So now I've got to mute. And that's the end of the old headphones.
Did the headphones kick it?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I cannot hear you.
Uh-oh.
But that's on my end, I'm pretty sure. Can I get a check? 1, 2, 3.
Check, check.
There
Mic
you are.
check. 1, 2. Hi.
Hi. Any echo or anything? You can hear me fine?
Yeah, all sounds good.
Okay. Good on my end too.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Resume play.
Okay, so I think I have 2 logic here.
Yeah. And so you have won the argument and you have converted McCoy. So I'm going to turn him this way. And I don't think he loses his XC, but I don't get to count it at the end. Is the trick with that?
Well, he can't have XC placed on him, I think, during the final. Which honestly, you probably weren't going to do anyway, but.
No. Convert. The target crew. Oh my gosh. Target crew has been lured to their attacker's side. The crew is no longer considered part of the landing party, so I turned him sideways and I'll just remove him from the whole line there. The challenging players converted at least one member of the landing party and neutralized or killed the rest of the landing party, or the entire landing party is converted, then the episode is involuntarily abandoned. Well, at least I don't automatically lose.
No, we're still a long way from that. But the challenge does stay out there.
Yeah, I'll be seeing that again later.
Yeah, and you may want to adjust your table camera there, David. There we go.
Now everything's legal and back on. All right. Well, that was the mission. I guess now we go to plot.
Yes.
And I'm going to play. Here we go. Not quite close enough. This will be a challenge to my editing skills to add the card to the screen in post there. This is a plot from The Cage. The members of the crew are taken prisoner by the keepers of an interstellar zoo. This is +2 XC, and I do an icon flip with a kill result treated as a neutralize.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So a 66.666, repeating, of course, percent chance of neutralization here.
Yeah, this without McCoy, this could be a bummer. So icon flip, and my target is going to be Lieutenant Kelso here.
Really? Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, phaser. Ah.
So neutralizing is going to basically remove him from the landing party, and he can still receive 1 XC, I believe.
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
now
now
that
we
that's
still have to endure this challenge.
you get to play a new one, or we just go right to Bailey?
I get to play a new one, but I don't have one. So
Okay.
Bailey is the only one. Yeah, and combat would not be good for me because I think Kirk would have 8
Correct. Yeah.
to his. Although, really it's. Oh no, Kirk has 4 logic, so I'm going to use the argue action again, targeting
Okay.
Kirk because he has the lowest logic, and we're going to attempt to convert him again.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
landing party member. So here we go. You're going to get 4. I'm going to get 3.
Ready?
Yep.
Oof, I got 2.
Yeah, I had only 1 logic there, so you have defeated the challenge, and we'll move into discovery.
All right. Oh, and I can play an additional plot card if I want to, right?
Oh yes, you can. That's right.
But it doesn't give me any advantage, so I will not play my discovery card. Yoink. It is the discovery card from the episode Shore Leave. The crew discovers they have been, that they have stumbled into an amusement park created by alien technology. +1 XC at the end. Any crew killed in this episode are neutralized and lose all XC.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Funny that comes at the end.
Well, it says during the episode, so I actually think it applies to the whole thing.
Yeah, so if anyone had gotten killed at some point,
Yeah.
they've been healed in the underground hospital.
With that giant rabbit from that episode, I remember.
Isn't that what happened to McCoy? The Black Knight killed him, and everyone thought he was dead.
Yes,
And he
that's
comes
right.
back at the end.
That's right. So we don't have to worry about that. And I have nothing. I don't think we can play anything anyway. So
All right, let's add them up. I got 2 from my mission, 2 from my plot, and 1 from my discovery. So 5 all day. If I'm adding that correctly.
mm-hmm.
And out of that 5, I can add 1 more to my guy here. Lee Kelso. See here. And I'm going to keep the other 3 to get 4 in my power base.
So you assigned 1 to your crew, and then what happened to the other? What happened to the other one?
Can't I just put them in my power base, or do they have to go to crew?
Oh no, you can leave them in there. But was your power base empty or?
My power base had 1.
Okay, don't you get 5 from the?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm glad it's you. And
Yeah,
not
I was. It's all good.
All
I was
right.
like, there was one that disappeared somewhere.
Right. Okay, and I think that's it for my round. So I'll
Okay.
put all these away. Just to add up, I don't get to include McCoy, but I get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Still not even close to 25 yet.
Yeah. So my draw phase, I have 2 cards I'm going to keep, so I'm going to draw 5. Let's see here. Sorry, I need to consult the rule book for a second.
Oh, what are we trying to figure out?
Wilds and permanent wilds. Are they just play at any time or?
I think as long as we're in the episode phase.
Okay.
I was just looking that up myself. Or you can only
so you can play them at any time. You can only use their
use
abilities.
the effects during the episode
Yeah.
phase. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So what do I want to do here? We're going to go to crew phase, and I like that helm ability, so I'm going to play Lieutenant DePaul, who is a navigator and helmsman. He has the helm ability. Combat 3, Humanity 2, Logic 3.
Now I can play a wild card too right now if I wanted to, right?
You sure can.
And I'm going to.
This is
I have
terrifying.
the permanent wild Talos 4.
Oh no, that is a forbidden planet.
Indeed, it is. So we're not in the episode phase. So I'll put that out there very quickly, just so we're all familiar. Its effects are pay 1 XC, add the telepathic attribute to any challenge card. Pay 1 XC, remove the telepathic attribute from any challenge card. Or pay 2 XC and prevent 1 crew from joining the landing party.
Oh wow. Okay. So no XC on there, so you won't be doing anything with that this turn, presumably. Let's hope. Wait, really? You should have played that.
I should have played it last
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
and put a bunch of XC on it.
I'll tell you what, if you want to do that, that's fine. We can.
Nah, let's keep continuity going here.
Okay.
That's fine. That's a lesson I get to learn.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I might as well play a wild right now too. It's going to be the Romulan Bird of Prey.
Ooh.
It is a Romulan starship. It gives Romulans +1 to combat if the Bird of Prey is in play. And it's got 3 abilities. All of them require 1 XC, except for the last one, which requires 2. So first, you can remove 1 XC from any permanent wild card, which could come in handy against your permanent wild. You can pay 1 XC to remove 1 XC from the USS Enterprise if it's in a landing party. And I can pay 2 XC to remove from my deck a Romulan challenge and put it in my hand. And the interesting thing about permanent wilds is any XC on them does not count towards your 25 to win the game. So we'll throw that down. Still in the crew phase here, so I'm going to transition into the initial XC phase, and I'm just going to give my 1 to Lieutenant DePaul. And then we'll do a mission. I think we'll play the Corbomite maneuver. The USS Enterprise proceeds to explore an uncharted. Oh, yeah, I played the mission first. Proceeds to explore an uncharted region of space despite an alien warning buoy. So it's a +2 XC. All crew I control are present on this mission, which we could have a debate about what that means, I guess, but I'm going to send them anyway. And I think I will max out my crew for this mission and send Kirk, Spock, and McCoy along. And that will be my landing party. And then it's a good time for you to throw a challenge down, I think.
It would be, wouldn't it? But I got nothing.
Okay. Then I'm going to play the plot, the alternative factor, which is +1 XC. And does this mean the Enterprise becomes now a part of the landing party?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll bring the Enterprise in there. Because an alien has stolen the ship's dilithium crystals. Not good. All of the ratings of the USS Enterprise are -1.
Oh, wow.
And it's another opportunity for a challenge for you, David.
Tough hand. Tough hand. I've got no challenge.
All right. And then last, we're going to go to Discovery, and I'm going to play Space Seed. The captain exiles superhuman refugees to SETI Alpha 5. As we all know, they will eventually end up being mistaken for SETI Alpha 6, to the great misfortune of the Enterprise and its crew. But that's another story.
And the crew of the Reliant, too.
Yeah. And things go haywire, and the Mutara Nebula explodes, and there's a new planet, and it's a mess. So let's just move on. So I think we're gonna. So this is a +1 XC card. It's +2 XC if the highest humanity rating in the surviving landing party is over 4. I do have McCoy with a 7.
7, yeah.
So I think unless there's anything crazy here, I'm going to be getting 5 XC out of the episode, 2 from the mission, 1 from plot, 2 from Discovery.
And does McGivers, she doesn't give you anything for being in the having a Space Seed episode card, does she?
I don't know.
It doesn't say anything on the card, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, then never mind.
All she is a historian, which means nothing, I guess.
It's just a fun little factoid.
Yeah. Yeah, lucky her. Okay, so the episode, well, I guess we're still technically. So I get I get 5 XC. I can assign these as I see fit here. So I think we're gonna let's give 1 to DePaul and 4 to the Bird of Prey.
Oof.
That Bird of Prey is gonna come back to haunt you next turn,
It's going to be a problem. Yeah.
which is good because I literally have no other nothing. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I have few options in my hand with 2 cards.
Few
So
options. Yeah.
yeah. All right, and so we will return Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and the Enterprise up here, and my turn is over.
All right. Well, I'll start with my discard phase. I'm going to keep the 2 that I have. So I'll just go right to the draw phase and take 5 to get myself back up to my max here.
Oh no, I can only. Oh no, I can use my permanent wild abilities during your episode phase, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I goofed.
Interesting. All right. That was my draw phase. Now my crew phase. I don't have any crew that I'm going to play to the field. I'm using X-Files. I'm not going to add any crew to my complement.
It is eerie how easy it is to slip into X-Files lingo in this game because it's symmetrical like X-Files is. You're operating as both the conspiracy, whatever you want to call it, challenging player and the active player. So there are parallels there.
Yep. Okay, so crew phase, I got nothing. We'll go right to play a mission card. You know what? I'm going to go with the default. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise with +1 XC. So because that's the default, you get an opportunity to play a mission card if you want.
So what I'm first going to do is use 2 to go and search for a Romulan challenge and put it in my hand. And let's see if I have any in this deck. They're probably all Klingon, is my guess. Let's see. This is another game where it doesn't. Obviously the cards are formatted a little differently, but they do have some keyword type similarities with the X-Files cards. So
Oh yeah.
let's see. So we're basically looking for keyword Romulan here on a challenge.
There's a great card you probably stumbled across it called Romulan Disguise. And the picture is Kirk when he was made up to be a Romulan, and you can add the Romulan keyword to any crew member. So that's kind of a cool one.
That is very cool. So I think, yeah. Okay, so I'll take the Romulan Bird of Prey Commander. But I did not leave anything in my power base, so he's not going to get any play right now. He's just going to go in my hand.
All right.
And your default mission is gonna walk. Yeah.
All right, then we'll move to, choose my landing party. Um, why not go all in if I can, right?
Sure.
So I'll have all four. I'll have the three bridge crew and Lieutenant Lee Kelso. All right. That having been said, assign XC to the landing party. That's just the landing party. I can't put any on my permanent wild, can I? I think that comes at the end.
Yeah, I think it's just one on each landing party right now.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, Kelso is not neutralized, so he can take up to 5. So I'm going to put 3 more on there to take him up to 5. And then anticipating a challenge of some kind. I'm going to add 1 more to McCoy in case I need to rely on his medical keyword.
Okay, so McCoy has 2 on him.
Correct, yeah. So each of the core crew has 2.
Okay, sounds good.
And opponent plays a challenge card. You have anything for me?
No challenge.
Okay.
Oops.
Earthquake here. So no resolution. So we'll go right to plot.
Yeah.
And I will play the plot from What Are Little Girls Made Of? In an underground lab, an ancient android captures the landing party. This gives me +2 XC. All android challenges are at +2 to all ratings.
So I wish I had an android challenge, but alas, not only do I not have an android challenge, but I don't have any challenge I can play at all.
Yeah, I was kind of banking on that. That's more a plot that I would play on you if I had an android challenge.
Right.
But I get +2 at the end, so that works out in my favor. So with no challenge, resolve all challenge cards, which there aren't any. Play additional plot, which I'm not going to do, and play discovery, which I do have. I just have to be careful which one I do. Yeah, I'm going to play the discovery from episode The Corbomite Maneuver. After a desperate bluff, the crew discovers a powerful alien was only testing them, and it's the creepy baby with the weird teeth.
Baylock, if I remember right.
Was that his name?
That's can you edit that out? That's fairly embarrassing. That is still I still remember that.
We'll say that that's happens to be the episode on your TV in the background. That's the only reason.
Sure. Yeah. That's totally it.
Okay, so with no other challenges or anything, I guess I'll just add it up, right?
Add it up, and it goes in
right,
your power base.
Yeah, +1 from the default mission, and then +2 from the plot, so 3, and then +1 from the Corbomite maneuver. Oh, I didn't read the effect from that card, which is +1 XC or +2 if a godlike challenge card was played in this episode, which doesn't apply. But I figured I would play this just so I could at least get one out of it. So from that, I get 4. And I'm going to play 2 to my permanent wild here. And I'm going to keep 2 in my power base.
Okay.
Yeah. And that should, well, let's add it up real quick just because we can, right? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Respectable amount, but not quite enough.
And I think I'm sitting at 2 more than you. Yep, I'm at 15 right now.
All right. And with that, I'll turn to you to start your default or your discard.
Yeah. So no discard. So I have 3 cards. I'll drop up to 4. 3, 4. Let's see. Okay. So I'll play a crew during my crew phase. It's going to be Lieutenant Carl Yeager. He's a geologist with a very analytical mind. What does that mean? That means he can pay 1 XC to add 1 logic icon to any icon draw.
Interesting. Okay.
And then his skills are 2, 3, 4, respectively.
Okay.
So we'll go to the episode phase, and we'll start with a mission. I'm going to play the mission Miri. The USS Enterprise crew explores an Earth-like world inhabited only by children. Which, if you want to talk about a terrifying prospect, that's it. I say as the father of a 2-year-old. So it's +3 XC, and all challenges with Enigma are at a +1 to all ratings.
Oh, interesting.
And then I get to assign my landing party here. And I think we're gonna do Kirk for sure. And what do we think we'll need more? Humanity or logic? I think we'll bring Spock along.
I'm actually going to play my permanent wild of Talos 4 now to pay 2 XC to prevent 1 crew from joining the landing party. I'm going to take Spock out of the equation there.
You know, I totally screwed up because I thought to myself, okay, when I play my mission, I need to use my my remove a token from a permanent wild on the Warbird, and I forgot. So who are you sending back?
Spock, please.
Okay. Do I get to pick a different crew member then in his place, or is that just...
Well, I mean, technically, we're still in the crew phase. Or, you know, the choose your landing party.
So what is the Talos 4 actually? Like, what's the text?
Oh, okay. There's 3 effects.
Just
the one I'm using is pay 2 XC, prevent 1 crew from joining the landing party. So it doesn't say that, like, you have to stop right there. It just means that Spock isn't coming in.
is how I would read it. Where are you looking so we can read the same thing here?
Oh, I'm just looking at the landing party segment on page 14 to see what it says essentially. Like if I get to, if I only get one crack at declaring them, then I think, but this is kind of vague. You can just choose a landing party. Judge, we'll just, I don't know. We'll I'll do whatever you would like. If you want to prevent me from assigning anyone, or just Spock, I'll leave it up to you, David. It's your permanent wild, so.
The way I interpret the card is I can prevent Spock, but that doesn't prevent you from choosing someone else. I mean, it doesn't like
Okay.
automatically just stop the crew phase. I think just I get to keep Spock from coming. So if you want to
Okay.
choose someone else to fill out your landing party, that works.
Yeah, so we'll do McCoy.
Okay.
That does put me at a disadvantage on logic, but what can you do? Nothing. That's what you can do. Nothing. Okay, so we've got our landing party, we've got our mission, and now it's over to you for some challenges.
Indeed.
Excuse me.
Let's play this. This will be fun. I'm going to play the White Rabbit. We were just talking about shore leave.
There he is.
And as soon as I saw this card, I knew I had to play it. I didn't care what happens. When I first bought opened the starter deck, I was like, this is just too bizarre. The White
It's a weird
Rabbit
episode.
is a weird episode. Let's see if I can hold this up here so it can be. No, I'll just add it in post.
You know that they just had an Easter Bunny costume sitting around on the Paramount lot, and that's why we have this.
Right. The White Rabbit is a creation. Oh God. It's white text on a white rabbit.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a creation of the mind brought to life by alien technology. So the attributes are 2 combat, 3 humanity, and logic is an asterisk. And the reference to that is logic rating is equal to the highest humanity rating in landing party when played.
Oh no! Strategic.
Since you brought McCoy, I believe he has the largest with 7.
He's got a 7. Ouch.
And before we go any further, it does say pay 1 XC from your power base. So I'll take that out right now, and I'm down to 2. All right, so befuddle. To resolve befuddle is logic. The target is the choice of the challenging player. And I'm going to choose McGivers. She has 5, right?
She does have 5, yeah.
And this is neutralized, so she doesn't lose anything.
Okay.
All right. So my logic is 7. And hers is...
Hers is 3. I'm just debating whether I want to change the target to Kirk.
Oh, he can take that, can't he? Yeah.
Yeah, it gives me an extra draw, which on a 7 might be, but I'm still out. I'm wondering if it's just not, if I should just not let you have it. Yeah, we'll just do Marla. Maybe I'll get lucky. Who knows? So this
Okay.
is a befuddle, right?
Befuddled, correct.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna flip 7. I'm gonna flip 3, and we'll see what happens.
There's 1,
Hmm.
6, 7. I got 2.
I have 0, so
So McGivers is neutralized.
well, she would be, but
Oh,
I'm gonna play a wild. It's a hypospray. Play after icon flip to reduce the effects of that draw. Kill result becomes neutralize, and neutralize becomes no effect.
nice. All right. I too am going to play a wild.
Uh-oh.
The Romulan cloaking device. Play to return a challenge card that was defeated this episode. Well, it wasn't defeated though, so I'm going to bring that right back to my hand.
Yeah, that challenge card sticks around. I'm going to have to deal with that again.
Right. It's like a bluff or a witness or something. I just assumed that it was done. All right. I don't have any other cards to play for this part of the mission.
Okay, I think I'm going to I think I'm going to spend 1 of Lieutenant DePaul's XC tokens using his helm ability to draw 2 cards.
Hmm.
So that 1 is going to get added to your power base.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And I have 4 cards in hand, so I will get the full 2. It didn't do much for me, David. So
Darn it.
I'm going to be playing the default plot and give you an opportunity to play a plot on top of that.
I don't have anything to play on it, nor do I
Okay.
have a challenge.
Okay, so we'll coast through that, but you've got a challenge left there. The white rabbit that I'm going to have to face again.
Back to befuddling. And so I get the choice, and it's going to be Marla McGivers again.
Yeah. And this time I think we're going to, well, on a neutralize, like you said, she doesn't lose any. She already is at her max, so she can't gain any.
Do they
sure
count
you-
at the end?
What's that?
Do they count at the end if she's neutralized?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's look it up.
I'm such a pain in the ass.
No, it's a great question. I mean, you are a pain in the ass for sure, but that's a great question. Let's see.
I'm hoping it's in the quick reference. It's Alistair was kind enough to give to us.
You can only win the game when you are the current player. Have to have 25 distributed between the bridge crew and crew in the complement. if during the change player phase, so that's at the very end of the turn, you have 25 or more XC, and as the current player, you have just successfully completed an episode, you win the game. So this is kind of like X-Files. You have to ask that last successful question, even if you know you have to complete the episode.
Well, yeah, crew cards from the landing party return to where they came from, either the bridge crew or the current player's complement. Turn all crew that were neutralized or converted back to the current player's control. So I would think that you would count it because
Yeah,
she would become like unneutralized, for lack
right.
of a better term.
Right. So with that in mind, did you want to change maybe to DePaul or Jaeger, or I mean, I suppose you could do Kirk or McCoy, but
Well, I want you to put XC on those guys. So yeah. Let's do the helm guy there.
okay, Lieutenant DePaul.
Yeah, I don't want him using that helm ability in the next.
So I think I will. I think I'll pay 1 XC, and that'll go into your power base to make Kirk the target of this one.
Okay.
And so that's going to give me an extra card. So I have 4 now, and you get 7, I believe, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And away we go.
Oh,
Wow.
I am rich in logic. I got 5 on that.
Yeah, I hit 50%, but that only gets me 2. So that challenge is going to stick around, and that could be a real problem for my crew. All right, so Kirk is going to be neutralized, right?
Yep.
And he'll head back to the bridge. Or I guess in theory, stuff could change that. So we'll put him off to the side here a little bit. But he's neutralized.
Yeah. Things can change.
Okay, and then we head to Discovery, right?
Correct.
And I don't have a Discovery, so we're gonna use the default on that too.
Or do we keep doing the challenge before we go to discovery, right?
Oh, do we?
I know. Again, this is where I kind of turned my brain off and let Alistair take control.
As a practical matter, I don't think this is a big deal here because I am going to have to defeat that challenge in the discovery phase before I can move on.
Yeah, it's resolve challenge segment. Resolve all challenge cards in play one at a time, starting with any leftover on the mission card.
Right.
And that's in the plot segment after the second challenge. So then we resolve, repeat, and then we go to discovery phase. Are you reading that too?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if we do it again, because it says in the resolution phase is when you resolve any remaining challenge cards. So I'm just trying to figure out if we do this over and over again in the plot segment, or do we do it over and over again in the resolution phase? And maybe the answer is who cares? Something to keep in mind and look at later.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. The repeat part is just playing plot cards over and over again. Then once
And
the
then they
plot,
and then you can play challenges if they play a new plot, right?
yeah, as long as it's not the exact same. Like I couldn't play another White Rabbit.
Yeah. Okay, so we're still gonna have to beat that White Rabbit, and yikes. Okay, so you have an opportunity to play a discovery card on me if you have one. Otherwise, we're gonna do the White Rabbit over and over until everyone's dead or I beat it.
You're going with the default discovery, I assume.
Yep.
Then?
Yep.
No, I don't have a discovery one.
Okay. So we'll
We're back to befuddling.
okay, so first I have here, you are going to gain experience counters for surviving cards. Let's see. When you are the challenging player and you have challenge cards in play at the time the current player plays the discovery card, you are awarded XC. Each challenge card still in play is worth 1. Each challenge card still in play that has a cost is worth an additional amount equal to the cost. So did you have to
Okay.
pay anything for the rabbit?
I had to pay 1XC, so I get a refund, and then I get a bonus because he's still in play. So 2
Correct.
total.
Yep.
Okay.
And now we're gonna keep battling him out until everyone is neutralized or I win one.
Or you could voluntarily abandon the episode.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, come on.
What I am gonna do is, I think, to give myself a little better shot here, is I'm gonna use McGiver's XC to shuffle my discard pile into my draw pile. Because there are an awful lot of logic cards in that discard pile. So you're going to get an extra 1 from that as well.
Well, rich in XC.
I know. It's a shame you can't do anything with it.
I know that's kind of a bummer. But I get to throw it all around the place when I become the current player.
Yeah. And does your permanent wild have any counters on it right now?
No, I only put 2 and then I use them to keep Spock out of play.
Okay, so challenging player, choose who you would like to befuddle.
Let's go Helm again. He's back, right? He got the hypo spray.
Well, I redirected it to Kirk.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I'm going to flip 3 off him, and you're going to get 7.
Right on.
And here we go.
Ready?
Yep. 1, 2.
Oh, I used them all last time. I only got 1.
Okay, I got 2. Thank you to the hypo spray that appears again. And Balance of Terror got me my second. So, I thought that thing was going to rout my team.
I actually kind of had my fingers crossed. I thought it was
Yeah.
maybe something was going to happen there.
Marla came through for me. Okay, so now we're just gonna go through and do our XC. So I'm gonna get 3 from the mission, and that's it. So 3 in my power base, and what do we want to use that for? Let's see.
Definitely want to put them all on Kirk.
You can only get 1, so
Oh, right. Then McCoy.
let's go down to 1 in my power base, and I'll put 2 counters on Carl Jaeger. And then we'll end the turn. And that's going to put me at 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 14. And over to you.
All right. We'll go to discard. I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard 1. That leaves me with 3 in my hand. So I'll draw 4 to get back up to full hand size. Oh, where was that when I needed it? All right. Crew phase. No crew to add.
Oh,
Yeah. So we'll go right to play a mission card. And I'm going to have to go with the default. So if you have a mission card you want to play.
David, can you take my camera out of the stream, and I got to replace it.
Oh, okay.
That video cooked through my camera battery pretty quick.
Yeah, I have to leave mine plugged in regardless of the length of the game.
Hopefully this does not screw up the recording. I'll plug this in just to be sure and fire it back up. Okay, I should have it in the studio ready to.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Where were we here?
All right. So play mission card, and I decided to go with the default mission. So you can play a mission card. Otherwise, I'll move on to choosing my landing party.
I will play a mission card.
Oop.
I'll play Operation Annihilate. Enterprise is dispatched to the planet Deneva. It's +0 XC or +3 XC if all crew in the initial landing party have combat 4 or greater.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
So it's +0 XC or +3 if all crew in the initial landing party have a combat rating of 4 or greater.
Interesting. Okay. Oof. I will not be getting that +3, that's for sure. I don't think it would be wise to go through this with just two people in my landing party. All right, so we'll let that sit. I'll choose my landing party, and it's going to be Lieutenant Kelso, and I'll bring all 3 of the core crew in with me here. And assign XC. I'll put 2 on my permanent wild. One on Kirk. So close. Oh. Yeah, shoot. Okay. I'll put an additional 1 on Kirk, 1 on Spock, and 1 on McCoy. So each of those should have 3. Oh, you know what? I take that back. No, let's keep it that way. I'm sorry. So Kirk, Spock, and McCoy should all have 3 right now.
My Kirk has 2.
I just added 1.
I mean that he has 2 after the +1 because I had
Oh.
used a -1 on him last turn.
Oh, I didn't take that off. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting an echo from you. Is there an additional microphone that's turned on?
That's probably my new we'll see if that helps any.
Hmm. Interesting.
David, do you want to swap out my camera again? So I'm gonna kill this one, and you should have like a blank screen right now. My other one is coming back up. There we go. Okay.
Much better.
Are we waiting on me?
Where were we? Chose the landing party, assigned XC, opponent plays a challenge card.
Okay. And I am going to play a challenge card. I'm going to play. Let's see, I'll pay 1, 2. Pay the one out of my power bank to play the Romulan Bird of Prey commander.
And what action is he going to take?
Yeah, so he's a. Are you still getting echo from me here?
A little bit.
There we go. Okay, so he is a capture or outwit, and you've got the whole kit caboodle there. Including Spock, and if I use outwit, it's your choice. So I think we're going to use capture.
Okay.
So this is going to be a combat check, my choice, and I think Dr. McCoy is the probably the weak combat guy there, right?
Well, in the interest of fairness, if we were playing head to head, you would have a better view of my cards. And Lieutenant Lee Kelso only has 2 combat, so he's the better
Ooh.
target.
He's my boy.
Yeah, he's not my boy.
We're gonna try to capture him.
Okay.
And so this is going to be a combat check and a result of neutralize. And my Romulan commander has 5. But because the Bird of Prey is in play, he gets +1, so that's going to be 6.
I'm going to use one of Kirk's tokens then
Yeah.
to intercede. His combat rating would be 7, but because I used that ability, it's -1, so he is 6.
Okay. So we're both at 6. An even match. Kirk and the Romulan commander. This is kind of fun.
Yep. Ready?
Ready. All right.
Oh man, come on, Kirk.
Well, I got 3 phasers over on my side.
Just quickly take a look at what I have here. I'm going to play a wild card here called Beam Me Up, Scotty. It is neutralize 1 crew you control. May be played to negate the effects of an action after that action is resolved. So I am going to neutralize Lee Kelso in order to spare Kirk from that action. Am I playing that right? Does that sound about right?
I'm not quite sure. So what is the action you're...
The action would be that Kirk would be neutralized. So I'm going to neutralize 1 crew that I control, which would be Kelso. May be played to negate the effects of an action after that action is resolved. So we resolve the action, and you won.
It's a challenge, not an action.
Well, but the
Oh,
The challenge, the capture
I see.
challenge is an action.
I see. So you can neutralize a crew to cancel the action, basically?
Yes, after
Okay.
it's been resolved.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
So Kirk is still in the fight.
But the challenge does not go away, right? It's just the
No.
effect of the. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So I'll be seeing him again.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So then we'll move to the plot phase. Or not phase, the plot.
Yes.
it?
And do you have a plot to play, David?
I don't have a plot to play. No, I'll have to go with the default. I have a bad feeling I'm going to get skunked on this turn.
All right. So
Um,
I actually do not have a plot to play either. And I do not have an additional challenge. So we're right back with our
so we're right back to the commander.
friend, the
Romulan.
Romulan Bird of Prey commander. Yep. Excuse me. And I think we'll go for. We're going to use a capture again, and we're going to go for McCoy this time.
Okay. I can only use that intercede once per episode, right?
Correct.
Okay. So it's McCoy or bust.
All right. So I get 6 here, and I think you're looking at 3, right?
3, correct.
All right.
Ready?
Yep. I got 2 off the bat.
I got nothing.
I got 3.
Wow. So McCoy is now neutralized. And I need to shuffle my deck here.
All right. Do you wish to press forward?
Well, at least Kirk and Spock have better combat ratings.
They do.
So I'm going to give it one more shot. Let me just quickly get these done up. Okay, I think I have these sufficiently randomized here. Quick cut. All right, so we're back to the commander. And you're doing capture.
Well, we would actually go to the discovery phase, I think, now.
Oh, am I not still being challenged by the?
I think he gets one crack in the plot phase, and then the discovery phase is where we.
Oh, that's
do
the repeat.
repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you get your bonus for him surviving too, or is that after?
I think that's after.
That's after.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, that's after the discovery phase. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play This Side of Paradise. The captain discovers that extreme emotions are an antidote to the threat. That is +2 XC. All remaining actions requiring logic ratings and icons use combat ratings and icons instead, which I don't think is going to apply here. But,
I scared myself momentarily here as I thought that someone was actually walking behind me.
oh,
Oh man, it's 2 a.m. here. What can you say? 1 or 2 a.m. I forget. 1 a.m.
was it 1 a.m.?
So
Starting to see things.
yeah, things are getting a little weird. Okay, so yeah, you've got your discovery,
Yes.
and now we're going to move into the resolution phase. I'm going to get 2 XC for my mission and my challenge card. And I think we are just gonna repeat the challenge now until we figure out what happens.
All right. Which action are you going to use?
So I think I'm going to use capture for the rest of these. And I mean Spock effectively, or the card, the discovery card you played, effectively makes even the outwit a combat challenge. So yeah, I'll just use capture for these.
Okay.
Well, actually, because the outwit is an icon flip, I could potentially kill some characters. And if it's combat anyway. Oh, but it's not going to be combat for me. Okay, so we'll just use capture, and I'll choose Spock first.
All right. Spock is 5. But I'm going to use his effect, the Vulcan Nerve Pinch. Pay 1 XC to add 1 combat icon to any icon draw.
Okay.
So whatever, I'll take the token off after we do the draw.
Okay.
So I draw 5.
And give me just 1 second to look something up here quick. Okay. So I'm going to flip 6.
Okay.
And here we go.
All right. Yeah, definitely gonna. Well,
I have 2.
and I'm going to pay the token to add to do the Vulcan Nerve Pinch.
And so what
Which
does
gives-
that give you?
I drew 1, so that gives me 2. And because I'm the current player, I win on a draw.
Until I play an effect.
No!
Phaser Blast. It's going to give me
Which-
+2.
Ah, poor Spock.
There was a
Sure.
Star Trek CD I had as a kid with all the sound effects on it. You should pull that out and get some sound effects going.
Right. Be useful in post production, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we've still got the challenge card to deal with here.
Yeah, and
And-
it's Kirk versus the Romulan commander.
For sure. And Kirk is going to have the advantage here. He's going to get 7 to the commander's 6.
I feel good about this one.
It's for all the marbles.
Yeah, this is it. If I get neutralized on this, I have to abandon the episode.
All right.
Ready, sir?
Ready? Yep.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I drew 3.
Yep, and I got 2. Darn it. All right, so Romulan commander is defeated. Mission goes to the discard, and you get your XC.
All right. Well, I'm 0 on mission, 0 on plot, and 2 on discovery. So let's see here. Not a whole lot of choices. If you need to quit or call it a night.
You're not getting rid of me that easy.
Oh, I would say we could just play a whole new game from the start.
Am I close here? How close am I? My current crew counts are 2 on Spock and the Enterprise, 1 on Kirk, 3 on McCoy. Is that what you got?
That's what I have as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I have 2 XC left, and I'll just put them in my power base.
Okay.
And that, as they say, is that.
Okay. So I'm going to discard. What do I want to do? I'm going to discard 2 cards, which is going to put me at 1, and I'll draw 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then I'll play my crew. It's going to be Lieutenant Joe Tormolin. He has a reward text. If he survives any episode using the Naked Time cards, it's a +1 XC. And we're going to go mission. I'm going to have to do the default mission this turn. And
Okay.
let's see. My landing party is going to be Kirk. I'm going to do Kirk, Spock, and my 3 crew minus McGivers. So these 5 fine crew members are my away team. And I'm going to go to the initial XC round. And I'm going to cash out see. I'm going to do one each on DePaul, Jaeger, Spock, and Kirk. So Spock will be at 3, Kirk will be at 2.
Okay, that's what I have also.
And let's get it on. So you could play a mission and then a combat.
No mission.
Or I'm sorry, challenge card.
Let me just check something very quickly here. Your two crewmen there, your two complimentary guys, what is
Yeah.
their logic?
So I have DePaul with 3 logic, Jaeger with 4, and Joe Tormolin with 2.
Okay.
The Jaeger does have an analytical mind ability. I can pay 1 XC to add 1 logic icon to any icon draw.
Interesting. All right. Not very good. Let's play a challenge. The transporter duplicate,
Uh-oh.
which has been known to happen on Star Trek every once in a while.
Never.
A transporter malfunction duplicates one member of the landing party and has that crew's combat ability or combat rating. The affected crew's combat is -2 until the duplicate is discarded. And I can do either attack or outwit. I'm going to do I'm going to do attack. I assume that I choose who gets duplicated. It doesn't say.
So on the attack, it
Or-
is my choice.
Oh, yeah, right. So you would attack and I get their combat rating and you get a -2 on your combat rating. Uh-oh, we turned sideways.
Unfortunately, that one's dead again, so we're going to have to swap in this other one. I really hope this does not screw with the recording. But we'll find out, I guess. Nothing I could do about it, so.
I'm about to run out of recording time anyway.
Okay, so you are targeting.
Well, I'm
Oh,
using
it's my
attack.
choice.
Yeah, and you get to choose.
And then he's going to, there's going to be a minus involved here. Is that
Yeah.
what
Whoever I attack, I have the same combat rating, the affected crew's combat is -2 until the duplicate is discarded.
That is painful. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we'll make Kirk the target.
Okay. So I'll have a combat rating of 7 and Kirk will have 5.
Correct.
All right.
Let's do this. So I'm going to flip 5 here, and let's go. Oh, I'm looking at them the wrong. No, that's my discard pile. I grabbed the wrong pile. Okay, here we go.
I got 2.
I got 2 as well, but I will use Spock's Vulcan Nerve Pinch.
Oh, don't bother because you're the.
Oh, yes, I am. That's right.
You win.
I
You
am.
win a tie.
I almost I almost just gave you an XC for the hell of it. All right. So we've resolved our challenge. I think we're going to move on to plot now, correct?
Uh-huh.
And I do have a plot card to play. It's the alternative factor. So this is going to be a +1 XC. The Enterprise is going to join the landing party, and all of its ratings are -1.
I'm sorry. What was that effect again?
Yeah, so it's the alternative factor plot. An alien has stolen the Enterprise's dilithium crystals.
What?
So
Oh,
it's
that guy.
yeah, +1 XC, and the Enterprise joins the landing party. All of its ratings are -1.
Okay. Let's do this. I do not have a plot to play, but I do have a challenge.
Okay.
It is the Klingon warrior.
Ooh, okay.
Don't be too intimidated. All there is flavor text. Klingon warriors are as valiant as they are deadly. In his combat, his action is attack, and his combat rating is 4.
Okay, so it's my choice, and boy, okay, so it's attack is an icon flip, so Kirk could get removed from the game. But I think we'll do them anyway.
Okay,
So I'm going to get 7, you're going to get 4.
correct.
And let's see what happens.
Ooh, I got 2.
I got 2 as well.
Never trust a Klingon.
They do always let you down. Which is probably why Kirk wanted to kill the whole species, but anyway.
Yeah, let them die, I believe he said.
He did.
That's pretty rough.
It is. So there's our plot, and I'm going to use our default discovery.
Okay, and I'm going to let you. And I don't have a challenge either.
Yeah. Okay. So default discovery. And I think this is just going to net me 2 XC at the end of the day. 1 from the default mission, 1 from the plot.
Okay.
So we'll do that in my pool. And oh, what do I want to do here? How close am I? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 17, 19. I'm actually going to keep the am I? No, I'm going to assign one to DePaul, keep one in my power base.
Okay. And just to
Yeah.
make sure I'm up to speed, we've got for the core crew 2 on the Enterprise, 2 on Kirk, 3 on Spock, and 3 on McCoy. Is that what you have as well?
That's it.
Okay.
So they'll go up here, and my turn is over.
All right, we'll head to my discard phase then. I'm going to keep my 3, so I'll draw 4. Finally, oh my God. I'll go to my crew phase. I'm going to add Geological Technician Fisher. He's got a combat rating of 2, humanity 1, and logic of 3. He's a non-combatant. Pay 1 XC to reduce a kill result against Fisher to a neutralize result.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah. Moving on, play a mission card. I'm going to go with the default mission. So
And I have no mission to add to that.
okay. I'll choose my landing party. And I'm going to go all in on this. I'm going to take all the, well, aside from the Enterprise, I'll have Spock, McCoy, Kirk, Fisher, and Lieutenant Kelso. Assign XC to the landing party. Yeah, I'm going to put, I have 5 in my power base. I'm going to put all 5 on Fisher.
So you can only do one during the initial.
These rules are so screwball.
But you can do one each on Kirk, Spock, and McCoy if you.
Yeah, if I wanted to push them over the edge. I hate to see him go to waste.
Sometimes that's the best option, though.
Yeah. It's the same for the permanent wild, right? I can only put 1 on there.
I don't think you can put any on the wild at this point.
Oh, that's at the end, huh?
Yeah, you can do one on. I think you can do one on the Enterprise too, but again, I benefit from that. So
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. You're too close. So I'll just I'll let 3 of them disappear, and I'll have my 1 remaining.
Sure.
In my power base. At this time, I open up to any challenges.
Well, I think you probably saw one coming, given this 1 in my power base that I'll spend now. So I'm going to play Dr. Elizabeth Daner. This is a negotiator mind control action. And let's see. I think we'll use mind control on Dr. McCoy.
Okay. And I'm going to use one of Kirk's tokens to intercede.
Mhm. So I'll get a XC. So you only benefited one card there. So Kirk is going to have a 3 logic. Dr. Elizabeth Daner is going to have a 4.
Yep.
And I don't know if it matters for anything you've got, but this is a godlike card.
A couple turns ago, that would have made a difference, but not now.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do our flip. I'm going to flip 1, and then I'm going to have to shuffle my deck back in.
Okay.
So there's my 1.
What was the one? Was it humanity?
It is humanity, yeah.
So if we ever get to a point where we start making our own cards, we'll have to make a promo that says, "Oh, the humanity."
All right. So you got one logic out of your 3?
I got one.
All right. I know you can bump up 1 with Spock too. So let's see what we get here. I got 2. I got 3.
Okay. Well, I do have an effect,
Okay.
and that is the Mind Sifter. Mind Sifter.
For sure.
It's +2
All right.
logic when used on any challenge. +3 if it's with a Klingon. But that's not the case here.
That'll get you through it.
Very good. Whew. All right, so on to the plot.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the default plot.
Well, I'm going to play a plot.
What?
This is going to be the Man Trap. So it's going to be plus 2 crew members are attacked. Their bodies are mysteriously drained of salt. The plot thickens. So it is a +3 XC card, David, but
Yes.
two icon flips.
Ooh. And you get to choose, or I get to choose the target? I guess I get to choose, right?
Yeah, probably. It's your plot now.
Where are you looking?
Oh, I'm just looking at the plot segment on page 16 and then the icon flip on page 24. So yeah, I don't know. I'm reading between the lines here, and I think you get to choose. It doesn't really say specifically,
Okay.
but that makes sense. I mean, if I think if you would have played the plot, you get to choose. So let's just do that.
We'll default to that for now.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 icon flips. The first one, the target is going to be Fisher.
Oh, okay.
And the icon flip is, it's a logic, so no effect.
Okay.
Oh, if only I could play the same guy twice.
As David May would say, I don't think that's the spirit of the card.
Oh, geez, don't start with that. Let's do McCoy. Why not, right?
Okay.
Icon flip is, oh, another logic.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew. Sweet. +3.
And I am going to play another challenge.
What?
You've seen him before. It's Bele.
Yes.
So I paid the XC. He's a capture or argue. I think we'll do argue. Well,
Lowest logic would be McCoy.
McCoy at 2, and I would have 3 there. But you can also add one with Spock. So, okay, we'll try capture.
How would I add one with Spock?
Doesn't he have a minus XC ability? No, he doesn't. Oh, okay.
Just for combat.
Sorry, I'm thinking of my own crew member here, Jaeger. Okay, so let's try argue then. And so it'll be a logic check targeting McCoy with a convert result. Bele has a logic of 3.
Okay. I'm going to use Kirk's token to intercede.
Okay.
His logic is 4, but because I use the intercede, it's -1, so it's
We
3. Yeah.
each have 3.
It's an extra card. Could make
All right.
the difference. Ready? Go.
Yep.
I got 1.
I have 0. That was an easy win.
All right. No additional plots to play.
Okay, so Discovery.
Yeah, Discovery. And I'll play the Man Trap. An alien shapeshifter has murdered and impersonated a scientist. +2 XC. All challenges with all challenges with fatal allure are at +1 to all ratings.
Okay. So I think you can total up your XC. I will
All right,
get
so-
1 from the plot.
And I get 3 from the plot, right?
Correct, yeah.
And then 2 from my discovery, so 5.
And
Ooh.
one from the default mission, I think.
Yep. 6.
That was a nice turn.
That is a nice turn. And now I can go nuts on Fisher, right?
Yeah.
So he's got 1, so I'm going to put 4 on him to max him out. And then 2 on the Enterprise. Kirk will not be interceding next turn.
Does he have 0 on him?
I have 0 on him. Do you have 1?
I had 2 actually, but I know you used 1 to intercede this turn.
Yeah, I took away from McCoy to do the logic check.
Right.
So do I need to add 2 back to him then?
No, so I would have him at 1, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
possible I forgot to take one off him for the intercede during your last turn. So we can count him as 0. If you had no counters on him, I think that's probably right.
Okay.
And you have 3 on Spock.
3 on Spock, 3 on McCoy,
Okay. And 4 on the Enterprise.
4 on the Enterprise.
Okay.
Oh man, that puts me at 20.
So we're both at 20, actually.
Mm. The end is close.
Yeah. All right. I think is your turn done?
I think it's yours, isn't it?
Yeah. After all your XC, we're good.
Yeah. I
Okay.
kept 1 in my power base.
Okay. And I have 1 in my power base as well. I'm going to draw 5. I currently have 2 in hand. Um, let's see. So I'm going to, during my crew phase, play Dr. Elizabeth Daner. You may remember her.
I do remember her being on the other side of the coin there.
Yeah. And I'll play my mission card. It's going to be the Devil in the Dark. We're answering a summons to Janus 6, where something is killing colonist miners. +2 XC, all crew are +1 to combat.
Ooh, I have no challenges.
So I'm going to, during the initial XC phase, I'm going to put 1 on Joe Tormallin. And who are we going to bring along on this mission? We're going to bring Spock and McCoy, who each have 3. We're going to bring Daner. We're going to bring Tormallin. And we'll bring Jaeger. So Marla and DePaul are going to sit back on the Enterprise.
Okay.
And you said you have no challenges, so
No challenge for the mission.
that's cool. We're going to coast through that, and then I'll be using the default plot.
Okay. I have nothing to play on that either.
Okay. Then we'll go to Discovery. I'm going to play the Naked Time for my Discovery. It's +3 XC, and episode must be abandoned unless the landing party has crew with medical ability, which Dr. McCoy does.
No challenge for that either. So you can go right to adding them up.
Okay, and then because Tormellin is a survivor here from a Naked Time episode, he's going to get an additional XC. So and just for fun, I'll throw a wild down. It's a cultural envoy. Play at the end of the episode before receiving any XC. I can remove from the game 1 crew from my complement. I'll remove Daner.
Mm-hmm.
And add 4 XC to my power base.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty bonkers. So we'll get 4 there. I'll get an extra 5 from the episode, 2 from the mission, 3 from the Naked Time, plus Tormelon's 1. And I think that's probably going to be game. So I'm going to bump Tormelon. We'll give him 4 to get him up to 5. I'll do 1 each. Oh, Jaeger. I'll do 2 on Jaeger to get him up to 5. And I'll do 1 each on Spock and McCoy to bring them up to 4. That'll put me down to 2 in my power base. And I'll end the turn with probably plenty here. 14, 17, 21. Oh, yeah. Got 29.
I think that'll do it.
Yes.
Wow.
That, the cultural envoy is pretty wacky.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go to category1.com and get a couple of those.
Yeah. Blows up one of
Okay.
your crew members, but 4xc to distribute is no joke.
Yeah, well, especially if you've got a crew member that doesn't have anything, they're expendable, you know?
Right.
Well, congratulations. That was a good game. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. You came roaring back and almost took it over there at the end. I think it was the lack of challenges that did you in.
Lack of challenges, and I also blame a lack of crew at the beginning because I had a pretty big power base there at the end of 1 or 2 turns, and if I could have just dumped them on somebody, I think I would have added up a lot more
Yeah, just had nowhere to send it.
because I was putting them on my permanent wild, and I had to let a couple of them go. I let 3 of them go. And
2 on the Enterprise.
yeah, that didn't bother me so much because the Enterprise doesn't come into it very often.
But it still counts in my pool, you know. So
Yeah, true.
that's the downside there. So let me bring my my other phone back in here. You don't have to add it to the stream or anything, but I just want to make sure it's there to download the local.
It's almost 2 a.m. Where you're at, so I think I'm probably going to just let you go, and we can do some witty game after game banter tomorrow when we're on with Alistair. How about that?
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
All right, boss. Thanks again, and I appreciate you being cool and starting an hour late.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, another great game. A lot of fun. I encourage everyone to check it out while it's still a good price out there on eBay. And yeah, what else is there to say other than Nathan, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win. Definitely check out Nathan's channel, Chasing the Dragon. Got some booster openings, some games coming up.
Yeah, there's another X-Files video going up there. Just taking a look at some of the rares from that box opening I did the other day. So,
kind of a deep dive on the rares that you got out of it.
yeah.
Outstanding. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. Definitely check it out. And with that, we'll call it a night.
All right. Thanks, David, for having me on.
Thank you.